focus today is Senco Gold, and this is on the back of its Q2 business update, which have not met the expectation of the street, and that is why we're seeing the kind of pressure on the stock that we've seen throughout the day. And it's the right time to do a bull versus bear case for this particular counter. As I mentioned, the growth has come at 6.5% versus a full year guidance of 18 to 20% that the management has earlier also said. But having said that, the management is confident of achieving that 18 to 20% growth of top line in FY26 despite of Q2 being on a lower foot, and they've said that overall Q3 will be the strongest quarter for them. Moving on in terms of what's happening with regards to where the trends are concerned. Customers, management has said that customers for them have been delaying in terms of buying jewelry because of rising gold prices, but that's not something something like a Titan has come out and said, because peers like Titan have in fact outperformed the kind of expectations that the street had. So that's something that's not worked for Senco Gold, and that's something that one needs to look at as well. In terms of where the investor interest is concerned, FIs have been selling the stake in the counter 14% in March 24 versus that of a 6.7% in June 25. But on the other side, DIs have been showing some interest in the counter and have been buying stakes. So it stood at around 7.5% in March 24, which has increased to 12.5%, 12.7% in FY25. Now, with regards to where the overall analyst recommendations are concerned, there is 4 buy calls, 3 hold calls, and 0 sell calls right now, with a return potential of 43%. But Kush, you know what, I'll come to you on this one specifically. If we look at a 1 year chart, the stock is nearly down by about 54 odd percent. But in terms of, the valuations right now where it is sitting at, it is better than peers. Your view with regards to where the charts are concerned, and do you think it's found its bottom?
No, Mahima, not nearly so. Because if you see, the last time around the stock dipped this, this fast, it found support near the 300 mark. I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock test those levels once again, because be it on the back of the update that's come about, the stock seeing a downtick from the current levels, also on the back of good volumes. Every rise towards the 20-day moving average, 50-day moving average has been taken as an opportunity to exit out of this stock. So maybe around the 300 level, the stock could find support, but an immediate uptick on this one from a very near-term perspective seems very unlikely, especially if you compare, as you rightly did, with someone like a Titan, which has given a good update and thus, a good rebound. I would also be keen on looking at something like a PN Guardgill, because very good moves on this one for the last 5 sessions, volume backed, momentum very strong. So from a near-term perspective, I think a PN Guardgill makes more sense. From a medium-term perspective, a Titan makes more sense. So hence, Senco Gold, with whatever it's done so far, is very much an avoid or a wait and watch at best.
So PN Guardgill from a near-term perspective, and from a medium-term perspective, Titan is where the charts are looking attractive. But Aditya, PN Guardgill, Kalyan, as well as your Senco Gold and Titan have come out with their business updates. Anything in the jewelry space that you're liking?
Good stocks here are really very expensive. Companies like Titan continue to trade at obnoxious valuations. If you look at Senco, they had their whole fiasco around hedging and how they were using hedging techniques, and analysts had advised them to look at Titan for their hedging techniques per se. All of this perspective, all of this space is buzzing with high revenue growth because the gold prices are
Okay, I think